Let's talk about sex, baby.
Well, let's not, because it's my dad's memorial episode, and we're going to get serious for the cold open.
We are?
A little bit.
I didn't sign on for that.
Yeah, you did.
It's in the waiver that you didn't read.
I'm not. I demand double pay for this.
Yes, 0 times 2 is 0.
If we do end up like having to do like a Patreon, we are gonna have to start paying guests as a thing.
Oh, I'll insist on it. Yeah.
Oh.
Well, Sean, you're technically a contributor now, so we'll just continue to not pay you.
Yeah, that's all right.
But that means when we hit it big, though, you'll be set.
Because you've been paid an exposure.
Oh, that's like all those fucking influencers do. Like, well, you should give me a discount because you're going to be paid in exposure. Like, fuck you, dude. Pay me.
Yeah. It's a job. I'm doing labor.
Yeah. Your fucking exposure isn't going to pay my staff salary. Go fuck yourself.
And the entire time I've been doing music, not once has being paid in exposure paid off for me.
No.
Like, not once. All right. So, today, we're doing a very special episode in honor of my father, Jeffrey Allen Smith. He recently passed away. Anybody that follows my social media has probably seen me post about it. My dad was somebody that was really important to me growing up because his music taste just completely rubbed off on me. I went on to have music tastes that, didn't jive with his necessarily, but a lot of my favorite like 70s and early 80s bands like basically came straight out of his collection. So I just want to say, Dad, I miss you. I wish we could have got you on this podcast. I wanted to do this album with him, but unfortunately, towards the end, his mental faculties weren't really there anymore. At least not 100%, I should say. I mean, he was still lucid and all that, but I know he was a little worried that he wouldn't have been able to speak clearly, to which I told him, I mean, I worry about that all the time, and I edit out all my stuttering, so...
But not mine, motherfucker.
Well, sometimes it's just comedically funny, so you got to keep it in. Today we'll be doing an album that I grew up listening to in his car, because apparently for his birthday, I want to say probably in 89, maybe 90, when this album came out, it was in his tape deck a lot. So rest in peace, Dad. I'm not really a religious person, but I do think that there is more to life than this human realm. So I imagine there is another side that I'll be seeing him on someday. So Sean, thanks for coming to the funeral. Dave, thanks for stopping by the day or so after it happened to hang out with me while I was going through a tough time. Thanks to Andrew, our bandmate, for coming to the funeral. Thanks to my former bandmate, Adam, for coming, along with me and Dave's Lucid Fugue bandmate, Dan. I really appreciate everybody's support. And then I suppose we should also note that another musician recently that we featured on this podcast passed away, Brent Hines of Mastodon. He got hit by a car on his motorcycle. Yeah. It's unfortunate that he was having beef with his bandmates when that happened. That's really unfortunate. I can't imagine what those guys are feeling right now. But
complicated things, probably.
Yeah, probably. Yeah. But anyway, that's all the heavy stuff. Let's get this started.
All right.
Welcome to Side 1, Side B. I'm Steve.
I'm Dave.
And I'm Sean.
And today we're taking a look at an album that I've listened to probably about a billion times. What do you guys know about Tom Petty?
Tom Petty, okay.
Who?
Yeah. Tom Petty was like a point of agreement between my Dream Theater roommate and I. Like when we would be driving on like long road trips to like St. Louis or Chicago or Minneapolis, those general areas. when we were putting on something that we could agree on, we would take my best of Tom Petty's CD, which had a lot of songs on this. I've heard the album too, but I'm used to hearing them on the best of version back to back to back because of how many road trips. Like, I still put that one in particular on when I'm driving because I like a long greatest hits album for being on the road. But
Oh yeah.
Tom Petty also does remind me of being on the road. It is perfect road trip music. Just that kind of mid-tempo Americana rock and roll is perfect for it, especially if you're like driving into the sunset on your way home.
Recently, when I've been doing one of my small town like visits, I put on the what's the supergroup name? The Wildebeest.
Oh, the Traveling Wildebeest.
Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't say that right, but anyway.
Yeah.
That's fine.
I put that on, and it's like perfect driving music. And again, my memories of my dad is full of us listening to this song in like one of his old like 70s cars that we used to like kind of cruise around in.
And what a fucking supergroup that was too. Like,
Yeah.
George Harrison, Roy Orbison. Wasn't Dylan in it? Yeah.
He was.
Sean, what's your Tom Petty experience?
My Tom Petty experience. Oh shit.
Sean Shoshi's Sean Shoshi's Sean. Your name is hard to say.
Sean Susie. That's how you say it.
Sean Shoshi.
Sean Susie.
Saucy Sean.
Saucy.
Steve sounds drunk and he's just started one beer.
I know. It must be all the crack he was smoking earlier. No. My experience with Tom Petty is, I remember him from my childhood. He's always been like kind of one of those, like Dave was saying, he's one of those artists that's like has cross genre appeal. I feel like I've never heard anybody say outright like I fucking hate Tom Petty, you know.
I think I have, but it's like a contrarian metalhead that said it.
The only person I've heard say it is my brother-in-law, and he listens to Steven Crowder.
So he can go. He can go fuck himself.
Yeah, his opinions don't count.
He's a nice guy though. I don't know. I don't think I met him.
No. He's fine. He just has some bad opinions.
Oh yeah. But yeah, I remember watching Tom Petty videos in like the early 90s, like Last Dance with Mary Jane, with Kim Basinger was in the video.
You mean that Red Hot Chili Peppers song?
Oh, hell yes.
Oh, hell yeah. Oh, and what was the Alice in Wonderland song? Give it up, stop.
Don't come around here no more.
Yeah.
Dun, 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 dun.
Which is not on this album.
No.
That's okay. This album, I'm looking at the track list, does read like a greatest hits album.
It's got a lot of
huge songs. So many hits off of this album, and I knew it was his first solo album.
If you ask a random person who doesn't know, who doesn't like think about the artist much, name a Tom Petty song, they're going to say one of 3 songs from this record.
Yeah.
And I don't think we've said it yet, so we're going to do 1989's Tom Petty Full Moon Fever.
Yeah.
I think it was 89.
Although you might get a few people who will say American Girl from the Heartbreakers from his first record.
Yeah, the first album.
Yeah.
American Girl. Which is a great song.
That is a great song.
I saw him performing that with Stevie Nicks one time.
Oh, fuck yeah.
I didn't see him because I've never seen him live, but there was a video of him doing it with Stevie Nicks. It was awesome.
When I saw Fleetwood Mac, they had just fired Lindsey Buckingham, and they hired 2 replacement guitarists, and one of them was Mike Campbell from the Heartbreakers, and so they did a Tom Petty song, and it was really cool.
Oh, that is cool. Yeah.
And he had recently died too, so they put a bunch of pictures of him, like also hanging out with like the Fleetwood Mac people. So, yeah, Tom was cool. I mean, he collaborated with a lot of people. He was the backing band on one of Johnny Cash's albums.
The one where Johnny Cash covered "Won't Back Down."
No, he was. Him and the Heartbreakers were the backing band on the previous one, and then he was on that one as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, Full Moon Fever. I have it on cassette, and this is the very same cassette that me and me and my dad would listen to this on together.
So it's from like 89.
Yeah, and surprisingly, it still sounds great. I would have assumed it was warped by now, but me and Dave listened to it when he was hanging out with me after my dad passed on my old stereo system, so now we're going to hear it in...
high definition.
Yeah, because I borged my dad's stereo system into mine, so now I got all sorts of fancy stuff. I've got like a Sony amplifier, an Audio Technica record player that automatically puts the needle on when I press start, and a JVC cassette player that will high-speed copy cassettes to another cassette, which I might actually use, like when we do Alliterates stuff. I might actually dub some of our stuff onto cassette for fun.
Oh.
And then you find people can not buy them.
Yeah. I never buy cassettes at shows, even if they're like cheap at the table, because it's like, where am I going to listen to this on?
I've never been particularly nostalgic for cassettes. And I think maybe it's because I've heard so many that have been like warped and shitty and whatnot.
I hated cassettes. I remember hating them as a kid because before CDs came out. Because, you'd be listening to his album and then all of a sudden...
Yeah.
But,
it fucking eats the fucking tape.
I've had so many bad experiences with cheap cassette players that eat the tape. I think that's probably a big part of it. Because here with this nice one that I've been using, I kind of appreciate the mechanical nature of it. It's kind of fun, but yeah, like it comes with a lot more bullshit than a CD or even a vinyl record.
Yeah, because a vinyl record, you just put the needle on, and once it gets to the end, it's done.
Yeah.
Where there is instances where people have scratched a record with a needle because they didn't know how to fucking work it. But that was user error. When it's actually the machine that's fucking up, that's when it's annoying.
And that just that cassette's usually just aged poorly. Eventually they break down in ways that records and CDs do not.
Yeah, exactly.
Well,
so
CDs, I would argue CDs do a little bit because they get damaged over time.
Yeah, but if you take care of them, an actual press CD, I think, lasts generations.
Oh yeah.
Burnt CDs, I think, suffer from disc rot at a higher rate. But
I think it's because people don't give a fuck about burnt CDs.
Well, that too. Yeah.
I got this for free.
I initially said on social media that the first cassette we were going to do was the Queensryche one, but our guest wasn't able to make it to that one, so it's been pushed to the next season. So yeah.
Well, fuck him anyways.
First. That's not very nice to Jacob.
Well, and then
it was Jacob.
Yeah,
fuck him twice. No,
but then to do a cassette that means something to you personally, after a tragedy, and I don't know, it's good.
Fitting.
Yeah,
it's beautiful, man.
Apparently, this was a birthday present from both my mom and me. At least that's what my dad told me. To which I said, Dad, I don't think I was involved in that decision.
Yeah. you might have been at the store with your mom.
What do you think about
I want a cookie.
Yeah, you would have been 2, right?
Yeah. Unless they bought it a few years afterwards, but
that's possible.
As far as I know, as far as back as my memory goes, this cassette tape hasn't been in my life. So I was probably 2 or 3.
You were probably trying to discreetly throw candy into the grocery cart.
All right, so I said off mic earlier that this album has a little bit of controversy. I turned to Sean Connery for a second. A little bit of controversy around it.
Hello, money punter.
In that this is technically a solo record. However, most of the Heartbreakers play on it, except the drummer, Stan. He does not like this album, and he's very vocal about it. And I
wonder why.
Yeah, he was having problems with Tom Petty at the time, and I think that's kind of why this album exists. Is he was just having some fun writing music, and then he just gathered together his musician friends, and suddenly he's got a solo album with most of the Heartbreakers on it. To which, I can relate. I've asked both of you to be on my solo material, and I asked Andrew to be on one, so he's technically on one that I haven't released yet. So, so I didn't leave anybody out. What's funny is after this album made it big, from what I understand, this one kind of revitalized his career.
Yeah.
So when they were touring, of course he had to play songs from this record. Like, nobody was showing up to see Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers and wondering, like, you wouldn't have been able to get away without playing like at least 3 songs off this record at a live show.
Like, people would have been mad if he hadn't done like Free Fallin'.
But the drummer, I suppose I understand his point of view on this one. He said, like, well, I feel like I'm playing cover songs.
Well, yeah.
So yeah, I'm understanding of that. I feel like I would have just put up with it myself, but
well,
so when one of you has a highly successful solo project and you don't ask me to drum on it, well, I won't give you guys shit about it.
I mean, it's probably an ego thing because Tom Petty cut him out completely for this album. Probably he was saying, I need a break from the Heartbreakers, but in sense he's probably saying, like, I need a break from you, motherfucker.
Well, yeah, because I think Mike Campbell is on most, if not all, of these songs.
Yeah, although not every member of the Heartbreaker is on every song. And yeah,
in fact, there's a lot of traveling Wilbury members on this too. Like George Harrison's on it, Roy Orbison's on it. Like he pretty much just threw a bunch of his musician friends together on it, and it ended up being a fucking fantastic record.
Ringo stars in the video for I Won't Back Down, but he doesn't play on the song.
Yeah.
That's always was weird to me. He's like even very prominent in the video too.
Yeah. He's messing around with that giant globe or whatever.
Yeah.
And then the guitar player is playing Rocky, George Harrison's psychedelic guitar for like the solo.
Yeah.
I've never seen the video. No, I'm just kidding.
It's a good video.
Oh yeah, it's a great video. I'm just joking around. But yeah, just looking at, like you said, the lineup of songs, it's amazing what he came up with for this album.
I think the first song by him I ever heard was probably Free Fallin'.
You know where I think I remember Free Falling like prominently was in Jerry Maguire.
Oh, yeah.
He's like switching the station trying to find a perfect song, and then he hears Free Falling by Tom Petty, and he's like, I'm free!
Dun, dun, dun.
Free falling!
Yeah.
So, you like Jerry Maguire, don't you?
I've never seen it.
Really?
Yeah.
Maybe we should watch it on Laserdisc.
I'm only familiar with the Patton Oswalt bit where his was it Patton Oswalt? His brother like stood up and yelled "fuck you" at it or something. Like during the big emotional speech or whatever that's in it.
That could be Patton Oswalt. That could be Brian Posehn. I don't know. I can see that in either of their sets.
That's hilarious. His brother got so pissed off. He's like, fuck you.
Was that the "You Complete Me" scene? Or
I think so.
Probably.
Yeah.
You want to hear something funny? I remember seeing Jerry Maguire in the theater. For some reason, like, my mom and dad wanted to see it, so they took me to the theater to see it.
Were you bored?
When Jerry Maguire came out? Yeah, it came out in...
No, I said, were you bored? Because, like, I can't imagine watching that movie as, like, a little kid.
You know, I just like movies, so I watched it. I remember the one scene where they're, like, fucking against the, like, bookshelf or whatever.
Yeah.
I remember that, and, like, my parents are, like, trying to hide my eyes, and I'm like...
Yeah.
I'm fucking 14.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't remember. It came out in like 96, 95, 96. I can't remember.
Oh, yeah. Mid-90s then, yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. It was fine.
Yeah.
I don't remember being bored. But I remember it being... I remember it being put out as a comedy, but it ended up being a romantic comedy kind of thing. So... Yeah, everyone thought it was just a comedy, and then it turned out to be a romantic comedy.
Yeah, I remember people liked it. I just, thought, like, as a kid or even like a teenager, it's just not. It's a grown-up movie about grown-ups doing grown-up things.
Yeah, I mean, I was, like I said, I liked movies. So I watched like crazy shit back then. Like my dad, like, I never had a filter on, speaking of dads, like I never had a filter on what I watched. Like, we'd watch like whatever he wanted to watch. So I remember watching some pretty like advanced shit probably when I was like 8 years old. Like
Casino?
Well, I was when did Casino came out? Because I was older, but I remember watching Casino and not being old enough to watch it. But I remember buying Scarface when I was like 13 or 14, like from Best Buy, and they didn't even check my ID.
Nice.
They didn't do that shit back then. They didn't check IDs for movies.
Yeah, my parents, they never curated like what I was watching really.
Yeah.
So
well, the MPAA isn't a legal institution. Like, there's nothing saying that a 6-year-old can't buy an R-rated movie.
Well, that was the thing. I remember it was. I think it was after the South Park movie. We're going on a whole tangent here.
Yeah.
I remember it was after the South Park movie. All of a sudden in Best Buy, I got ID'd for buying an album that had an explicit content rating on it.
Not the law. That's censorship. Yeah.
But yeah. And I'm like, they're like, you have to be 17 to buy this album. I'm like, what?
Fuck you.
Fuck. And I'm like, hey, Ma! Hey, Ma!
Hey, Ma, can you buy me this old dirty bastard record?
Hey, buy me the new Alice in Chains album. Motherfucker. Or I don't remember what it was. But I just remember, like, you're fucking carding me for this shit? Because I'd never been carded before. And I was never carded going to a movie theater until the South Park movie came out.
And it's not like media doesn't warp people's minds the way people say it does. It's just there. Like, you either deal with it or you don't. And if you don't deal with it, then you leave.
I was like during the were they in front of like the House or whatever when they had a bunch of musicians come in and speak? Because Frank Zappa went in front of them and just raked him over the coals, basically.
Was it the House or the Senate?
It was the House.
Okay, yeah.
It was because I think it was the Tipper Gore shit.
Yeah.
Because I remember seeing Dee Snider doing it, like you said, Frank Zappa, a bunch of people. Jello Biafra was on Donahue? Yeah, he was on Donahue with Tipper Gore and like fucking basically calling her out for all of her bullshit.
Yeah, Jello was facing like a criminal obscenity charge too.
Yeah, for Frankenchrist.
Yeah, which is a great album, one of the best Dead Kennedys records, and it wasn't what introduced me to H.R. Giger. That was Alien. But
yeah, but I don't know if you know it, Steve. There's in Frankenchrist by the Dead Kennedys. There's a inside cover is a painting of H.I. Giger, whatever his name is. And it's like a bunch of dicks and vaginas.
It's called Penis Landscape. It's great. It's a great painting, honestly.
But like that dude just like drew like fucked up shit. I mean, he was the guy that came up with like the design for Alien and stuff. So he just had this crazy mind, like cyberpunk type mind.
He was Dutch.
Yeah, if that explains anything.
Yeah.
Well, Geiger paintings have been on a bunch of metal covers too. So I'm very familiar.
Yeah, and so because of that painting, it wasn't even on the outside; it was on the inside.
Yeah,
and they got charged with obscenity.
Yeah.
The FBI raided the Alternative Tentacles office and got a hold of Jello's contacts book. So that's how the FBI got the phone numbers for every 80s punk band.
Ridiculous. All right. Before we get back into the album, since this episode is probably about as much about my dad as it is about Tom Petty, I thought it'd be funny if you guys had any stories to share about him, since you've been part of my life for a while.
The funniest story recently that I can really tell about your dad was when your partner Dana was hosting the Camp Muddy Paws thing last year. You know, she very specifically had a no booze, no meat rule, and all of us were good friends and honored that. Your dad did not. Your dad snuck it. Well, he overtly brought in, like salad dressing, like blue cheese and ranch. But he covertly had like a plastic like grocery store container of fried chicken that he would sneak out off to the car and start eating. And the reason why I knew he did that is he got the attention of my dog Bobby while he was doing it, and Bobby followed him and was sitting by him while he was discreetly eating chicken and begging.
What's funny is I had no idea that happened until you told me, like, very recently.
Yeah.
I was a dick though to Dana, and they said like, don't, no meat and whatever. I'm like, if I pay extra, can I have meat?
Yeah.
And she's like, fuck you.
Yeah, she gave you a death stare.
I'm not vegan, so like it's kind of weird when.
I wish I could be. I would legitimately commit to it if I didn't have autistic hang-ups with my eating habits. But unfortunately, like, I hate textures that I'm unfamiliar with, and that's like every vegan food. Except for, like, I like the fake chicken. The fake chicken tastes like chicken to me.
Well, especially since the fake chicken that's meant to imitate, like chicken nuggets, because that's not that's not great meat to begin with.
Yeah. Well, I think she gave us chicken sandwiches, and I said, "Oh, do you have mayonnaise?" And she just looked at me like,
"Vegan mayo is all right for the most part."
I was asking for real.
I know. Yeah, but yeah, like for vegan things, yeah, fake chicken and mayonnaise are the best thing to do is to do like food that like Indian food, something that was meant to not include meat in the first place. But yeah.
I'm bad at it's like I said,
I know it's funny. I'm just riffing on the whole thing.
Yeah. No, I'm just saying I'm a bad friend. So when it comes to the whole vegan stuff. But anyways, let me see. Dad's story. I remember one of the first shows that he came to, and it was when I was doing like a solo song at the end, and I was singing the Black Rider, and you guys came up and tackled me. And he was like, and he actually was kind of mad about it, because he was like, he was rocking until you guys fucked it up.
Yeah.
And then one of the first things he ever said to me was, "Oh man, I really like your truck, dude." Yeah.
Yeah, he was a car guy, so.
Yeah, so.
Yeah.
But I remember, I think the funniest thing was he came over here one band practice and started mowing your lawn. And I said to him, like, I wish my dad would mow the lawn, but he has a free place to stay for 6 fucking years and hasn't done anything. Well, the joke is my dad has passed away and his ashes are sitting on my shelves, and I said, I said he's a freeloading bastard, and like he thinks just because he's dead doesn't mean he doesn't have to contribute. And then your dad started laughing at that.
Yeah, those are the kind of jokes that he really liked. One thing I really liked about Dad is he was kind of like a comedian cover band. Like, he just remembered like all these bits that he liked from comedians, so he would just deliver them to you, like just trying to make people laugh and stuff. Yeah. All right.
He was a very nice guy.
He was.
Yeah. I always liked seeing him at our shows and stuff. So
yeah, always real easy to talk to.
He was a really big supporter of Megaton early on. There was a point where Megaton was fighting with another local band, and they had their dad. Well, one of their dads managing them. And so anytime they got on the bill, I would bring my dad, because I'd be like, my dad manager's tougher than your dad manager.
You can beep out the name, but was it?
It was.
Yeah.
Well, I remember those fucks.
Yeah. And what's really funny is years later, the guy, the guy I think is either friends or, well, he's at least a coworker with Adam. And so I've been around him a lot since then, the dad. And he's actually pretty cool. And I remember him telling me one time, "Oh yeah, that singer's a big dickhead." So it was all the singer.
I'm not surprised it was all the singer. He was the only one that really seemed like a dickhead.
Well, and that guy had such a big chip on his shoulder. And like he hated Megaton, which fine, we kind of sucked back then. But like I've I've been friends with people whose bands I don't like. Like, you don't have to be a dick to somebody just because you don't like their music. And I even tried to like give them an Olive Branch one time, and because he had like a Black Sabbath 13 shirt on, I was like, "Oh yeah, hey man, nice shirt." And like he gave me this like look, and then he's like, "Yeah, thanks." Like. He was basically he was a wannabe Phil Anselmo, like 100%, same personality.
Like, how dare you talk to me?
Yeah, and I was just trying to be nice because, well, and back then I was having like emotional problems over the whole thing, and I even made like a public post saying that we'll never play with them again. That got passed around to promoters and shit. And
well, we're so much fun drama back in the day on Facebook.
Yeah,
I think I remember them because I remember the dad manager thing, which was fucking weird.
Yeah.
I'm like, and I remember the only show I played with them, they took fucking forever to set up. I'm like, what the fuck is the hold up here? Because I'm like, dude, we're not playing a huge fucking show. We're playing in the basement of a fucking bar.
Yeah, I think they had like some giant rack drum set too.
Yeah, we were playing in the Down Under Lounge, which is the smallest fucking venue, and you had to carry your shit downstairs. And I'm like, dude, I got up there and I'm like, hurry the fuck up. Like, because they're all younger than me, so I'm like I was probably about the same age as their dad. Because they were young kids, right? Yeah. That's what I remember.
I think they're around my age, a little younger, but...
You're all youngins to me.
Yeah.
But I was like, hurry the fuck up. We want to play tonight, you know? Because that's the thing. If you're on a bill with, like, 4 other bands, you need to know how to break your shit down fast and set your shit up fast.
Set your shit up fast, drag it off stage immediately, and break it down while the next band is playing.
Yeah.
I remember Rob, our old bass player, one of the nicest guys like ever, was just like so disappointed that like they weren't nice to us. He was just like, man, I really want to like their band, but just can't with the way they act. That Dakota accent that he had. I don't know if he's back in town. If he is, we should get Rob on the podcast sometime.
We should.
That reminds me of somebody else that he like this, like, because when I was doing lighting and sound, there was this guy that would do, he was a cover band, but he was like a big draw, and I did lighting for him every once in a while. And he just was kind of a douchebag. And
I wonder if it's who I'm thinking of. Do you remember the name?
Billy something. Billy
Eilish.
Eilish, yes.
Wow, you met Billie Eilish before.
She would have been like 6 years old. Yeah.
I don't know. I don't want to say too much because then I'm just basically calling this dude out.
No, yeah, I would have beeped it out. But
yeah.
Personally.
I can't.
It wasn't who I was thinking of.
But yeah, he had his girlfriend managing him, and
maybe it was the guy I'm thinking of.
And one time we were in downtown CB, and like because he couldn't remember all the lyrics because they did a ton of covers.
Yeah.
He had like a little monitor that would bring up the lyrics and the guitar chords.
Yeah.
And the monitor like fucked up, like burnt out, and he like blamed it on his fucking girlfriend. I'm like, fuck you, dude.
Oh my god.
Like he was like getting all bitchy and stuff, and then like went and sat in the car or something. And so his girlfriend had to drive to Target and buy a new fucking monitor for his ass.
That reminds me of when Andrew Tate was interviewing Hassan Abi, and he kept like throwing tantrums and taking off his headphones, and like his co-host had to be like, "Oh, Hassan, you pissed him off again. Like, he's not going to put his headphones back on for a while." I'm like, everybody looks to this guy as a masculinity influencer. Like, seriously. Oh my god.
Andrew Tate needs his balls cut off.
Yeah.
So it doesn't contaminate the rest of the world.
It was so funny when he got arrested for because they figured out what pizza joint he was ordering from, though.
What an idiot. Another cool story about my dad, and we might retell this next time we have Adam on, but Adam does like solo acoustic shows, or at least he used to. Now he's a rapper, but before he used to do solo acoustic shows, and one time he was playing, I think he was opening for Megaton or something, and he played Copperhead Road, and my dad walked up, said how much he loved the song, handed him $20. And,
That's awesome.
yeah. So, Adam tells that story a lot, and those two got along great. Like, they would hang out when I wasn't around. Like, he would just go over to his house and stuff, and early Megaton practices are all in his old basement, which is, thinking back now, I'm like, I can't believe they put up with that.
Yeah.
So, one thing I'm trying to do is make sure that my stepmom knows that just because my dad has passed doesn't mean I don't consider her family still or anything. Because, like, the guy at the mortuary said that happens, like, way too often. I'm like, Sandy supported me as much, maybe even more than my dad did. I mean, I wouldn't have been able to go to college without her. Like I said, they let me play in their basement, like, at full show volume for practice and stuff. So
For the most part, I've heard you talk about Sandy more than your birth mom. So yeah.
Let's see. I think that's all we got for now. Next week I want to do the Kraftwerk Autobahn album, and I promise Dave that's the only time I'll pick an album for you. But
I don't mind picking that album for me. That's a great one.
Yeah, I knew that one was right up your alley. So I'll probably wrangle up some more stories for that. So
yeah,
let's move on to the cover. Who wants to do the cover?
I'm closer. It is Tom Petty. And it says Tom Petty in pink letters on a black background, and then like a little like gradient, like pink into like teal with various shades of orange in between, with a picture of him with a Rickenbacker. Looks like a 6-string. It says Full Moon Fever.
I wonder if that's the same Rickenbacker on...
I think it's a different one. I think this one looks...
That is a different one.
Yeah, that one's solid body. This one is... This one looks hollow body to me. Rickenbacker is a great guitar for the kind of music he plays. It's got that little like jangle, got that little twang. It's a good cover. It's a solid cover. It's the color scheme makes it pop, but it's like a good picture of him. Sean, do you want to look at the inside?
Sure.
Another funny story is I'm getting together a tribute release for my dad, and I'm going to cover I Won't Back Down for it. And so I picked a guitar out of my collection that looks like a Rickenbacker, like it's a Chinese like copy. Well, not even a copy, just vaguely looks like a Rickenbacker. And after I recorded the song, I realized that my mom bought me that guitar, and my parents have been divorced for a very long time. So I thought that was ironic. I also use my Telecaster though, so.
Yeah. So the inside looks like a Native American looking at industrial stuff. Like, I don't see a tear going down his eye, though.
Yeah. There must not be too much pollution.
I was going to say, he's not actually an Italian in disguise.
Yeah. And he's, and then it also has, like, Full Moon Fever looking kind of like you see on a old dime store, written like an old dime store text. And then you can see Tom Petty and then Rickenbacker. And then there's a picture of Tom Petty with guitars and drums behind him. And then there's a tarot card where it says the moon.
The moon.
The moon.
The moon.
The sun and the stars.
I don't remember if that's a bad one or a good one to draw. I know the tower's a bad one.
So, the personnel in here is Tom Petty, lead and backing vocals, acoustic and electric, 6-string and 12-string, some keyboards and tambourine. Mike Campbell, guitar solos, mandolin, bass, slide guitar and keyboards. Jeff Lynne, bass, guitars, keyboards, and backing vocals. Phil Jones, drums and percussion. George Harrison, acoustic guitar and backing vocals on I Won't Back Down. Jim Keltner on drums, maracas, and tambourine on Love and Long Road. Howie Epstein, ooh, not a good name. Background vocals on I Won't Back Down and Love is a Long Road.
Release the Howie files.
Release the Howie files. Ben Mont, text, Tench, there you go. Piano on the apartment song. It's really small because it's the cassette. It's like really small to read.
Yeah.
Kelsey Campbell on it's just a scream on Zombie Zoo. Hey, he was talking about zombies before it was cool.
Yeah.
Roy Orbison backing vocals with Trembling Blenders on Zombie Zoo, and Alan Wendell and Jeff Lynne TP hand claps on Feel a Whole Lot Better. That's a lot of fucking people.
Yeah, holy shit.
Speaking of Roy Orbison, when I was listening to Traveling Wilburys in the car a week or two ago, he might be some of my favorite contributions to those albums, because he's got kind of like this 80s goth sound. And I don't think that's what he was going for, but I'm assuming he influenced that movement.
Pretty woman
walking down the street.
The production on this album was headed by Jeff Lynne with Tom Petty and Mike Campbell. This album, what's interesting is MCA Records initially refused to issue the album because they believed it did not contain any hits.
It's like the three big hits off of this are like the most accessible Tom Petty songs there are too.
Seriously, I can't imagine hearing those songs and not going like we're sitting on gold right here. But I suppose this was the late 80s.
Well, yeah, I guess because the 80s had a different, like I know this album, but so the 80s at that time, like the late 80s, or it's all that glam hair shit. So I can't imagine like a song by Poison playing right next to Free Falling.
Yeah,
you know, because it's not, you know, it's gonna be like completely different sounding. And then all of a sudden, Tom Petty, 'cause I'm free.
Have you ever heard of the band The Moog Cookbook?
I've heard of them, yeah.
And like in the early 90s, they did a lot of what was, you know, like currently popular songs, like covers on analog synths. So they had like Free Fallin' and I think Buddy Holly by Weezer. So like late 80s, early 90s stuff. Black Hole Sun. And then their next one was a classic rock one where they played like Bowie, Led Zeppelin, Van Halen type stuff, and they're both pretty good. But yeah, their version of Free Fallin' was really good though.
Okay, let's see. We'll talk about side one here. So this one kind of reads like a greatest hits collection. It's Free Fallin', I Won't Back Down, Love Is a Long Road, A Face in the Crowd, and Runnin' Down a Dream.
Jesus Christ. Those, like, Free Falling, I Won't Back Down, and Running Down a Dream, 3 fucking huge songs.
Yeah.
When I say, if you ask the average person to name a Tom Petty song, those are the 3 I'm thinking of.
Yeah.
Well, Running Down a Dream was even like the name of, like, wasn't there a documentary on Petty called Running Down a Dream?
Yeah, which I wanted to watch, but it's on a streaming service I don't have, and fucking our streaming model is fucking garbage for movies.
Yar!
What streaming?
Oh, I forget. Just one that I don't have. I think it was Netflix, which it's annoying because my parents have it, but they won't let me log into it anymore.
We can make a criminal conspiracy when the mics are off.
Well, I was gonna say if we could watch it. Like, come on over.
The recording process, according to Wikipedia, in 1988 was a low-key affair with many of Petty's friends contributing. Basically recorded in Mike Campbell's garage, and Petty said it was the most enjoyable record of his career, and I think it really comes through in the music.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Like, those 3 are big songs and great songs. Like, my favorite Tom Petty songs are Heartbreakers ones, but I love this record. I love the 3 big hits off of it. I love the other tracks too. Like, this is a great record, and they kind of needed it at this point in his career because they were on a bit of a downslope until this came out.
Yeah.
Like, if you like that greatest hit records that I have, like, there are no tracks from the albums in between the one that had Don't Come Around Here No More in this one. Like, so yeah, it was like it brought him out of a slump, the songs are great. They have a great energy to it. I wouldn't mind playing them live if I hadn't played on the record. But yeah.
From what I understand, Wilburys were more relevant than Tom Petty by himself at that point. And then this record just broke all that, all of that, because he was, up until he died, he was still very popular and filling up arenas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like they wouldn't have, I don't think they would have stayed relevant enough for songs like later Heartbreaker songs like Learning to Fly and Mary Jane's Last Dance to really have taken off the way they did if it wasn't for this record.
We're not going to hear this today, but apparently on the original CD copy of this, there's a hidden track in the pre-gap of track 6, so like in the middle of the CD, where Tom Petty just comes in and says, "Hello, CD listeners. We've come to the point in this album where those listening on cassette or records will have to stand up or sit down and turn over the record or tape. In fairness, those listeners will now take a few seconds before we begin side 2. Thank you. Here's side 2.
That's funny and great, yeah. But yeah, it doesn't need to, it's not essential listening. It's just a great little thing.
Yeah. I don't think I've ever heard this album on CD, so I've never actually heard that. Okay, I think that's all we got to talk about. One side note. Since I heard this album since basically I was a little teeny tiny kid, I have a really funny memory of imagining anytime I hear Running Down a Dream, I picture one of those like coin donation bins they used to have in like the lobbies of grocery stores where you put the coin in and it goes around in a spiral until it goes down the center. So I'd always picture a little guy running around one of those while listening to Running Down a Dream. So stupid childhood memory. Yeah. All right, and we are back from side 1 of Full Moon Fever. What'd you guys think?
Terrible.
Yeah.
Sean here with the hot takes.
Oh,
What
great.
the fuck do you have me listening to?
Great side of music. 3 iconic tracks, 1 gem, 1 underrated gem, and 1 song that was just okay.
I think I agree with your assessment 100%.
Yeah. Next side. All right.
Thanks for tuning in, everyone. All right.
No, it was good. Good stuff. Like I don't think I've heard the other 2 songs all that much, but yeah, the main 3 songs, of course, I don't know how the record company could hear those and not think,
Yeah. I can't picture their mindset on that one. Yeah.
Those 3 are such iconic songs too, like iconic rock singles that, like,
I don't know. Is it just like because we know that they're big hits now, or? But I mean, like,
I knew they were something special the first time I heard each one of them, though.
Yeah. I mean, like, just hearing them, I don't know. Like, I don't know how you could be like, oh, that sucks.
I can't wrap my head around it.
Yeah, like Free Fallin' was the first song by Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers that I ever heard. And I remember, like, when I was like a teenager, I heard that and thought, I need to hear more by this guy.
Yeah.
It kind of reminds me of the record label that passed on the Beatles by saying that guitar music was on the way out.
Yeah.
The records.
So then they must have had a different mindset. Maybe it's because like hair metal was the big thing, or I mean, this was '88, so I guess grunge hadn't really become relevant yet.
Yeah, no, this is still when hair metal was a thing.
Yeah. Ironically, Decca Records was they picked up the Rolling Stones.
Well, we ain't making that mistake twice.
Yeah.
But like, I could also see Running Down a Dream like in between a bunch of hair metal songs. I don't see that sticking out like a sore thumb during that period.
Yeah, because it's such a driving beat.
Yeah.
Like, well, it's a driving song, driving beat, all that jazz.
Yeah. Bizarre.
Iconic.
It took a guy dying for us to get this record.
Yeah.
Yeah, people don't give it up very often.
Yeah, classic for a reason. Like, yeah, enormous iconic rock songs.
I think it's fitting that I really heard this one a lot when me and my dad were cruising around town, because it's a great driving album, especially this side, I'd say. I mean, of course, the last song, Running Down a Dream, I don't know why I had to look at that, but the last song, Running Down a Dream, like almost a quintessential driving song, I would say.
Yeah. I was flying.
All right, so track by track, the opener, Free Fallin'.
Great song.
Never go anywhere.
Yeah. So, quick roommate story before we talk about the song itself. So, this wasn't the Slipknot guy, but my Dream Theater roommate and I had one roommate who was like, for a while, who was just like a real prude and kind of a racist, but that doesn't tie into this. But like, who was like a real prude, and so we would sing this song to him only as free balling, and he would like, no.
Oh, you know, I will say for years I did sing it free balling and free falling, which I think is a good lyric. I know it's like not the lyric, but I like free balling.
Free balling is good. Sometimes you just gotta let it hang.
Yeah, just gotta hang some brain, man.
I think on this song he does such a great job with the lyrics of setting up like the scene. Like, you know, you're just picturing this like innocent like young woman. Like I could see her in my head, you know. And then you just imagine her going for the bad boy or whatever, and
he doesn't even miss her.
Yeah.
And she loves Jesus in America too.
She loves horses and is crazy about Elvis.
It's funny as I know women that are like that. So
you know women that love Jesus
in America too. Didn't you date one for a while?
Yeah. Probably a good example, actually.
Yeah. You don't even miss her.
I miss one thing about her.
Well, this. I'm surprised about you, Steve. This podcast has been pretty PG until now.
Speaking of, did you hear about the guy at the Korn concert that got caught jerking it?
Yeah. The picture of him is so great. He looks so mad.
I like the. There was on the System of a Down subreddit, somebody posted a picture of him and it said, "Dude didn't even wait till Cigarro."
Yeah, I like it that like reading the news story about it, learning that he was 37 years old.
Yeah.
Well, he said he was jerking it to blind. I mean, that's what they say that people do if they jerk it, they go blind.
You know, I can
see I'm going blind.
You know, I remember being in my 20s and having a hard time keeping a lid on that sometimes, but I could not imagine whipping my dick out in an arena while a band is playing.
I love it that someone punched him and that person never got charged. Like, good. Don't.
It's like, dude, just go to the bathroom.
Yeah.
There's stalls.
Go behind a pillar. Like, anyway.
Anyway, yeah, Free Fallin'.
I guess I don't know.
That guy's free falling right now.
Yeah. I love one thing that I noticed.
He's letting some free fall.
that I really caught while listening to it on your dad's excellent sound system. Well, yours borged with your dad.
Yeah.
But well, it's yours now. Yeah. Was like, I really liked I've always really liked the lush, like acoustic and like undistorted, like Rickenbacker at the beginning. But like this time, like, the fact that the bass wasn't playing root notes, that it was harmonizing with the guitar really stood out, and it sounded great. I think that's part of the reason why that makes that song. Yeah, it sounds so, you know, like layered and lush is just like the use of harmonies, not just with the bass, but also with like the layered vocal harmonies, and just like there's like everyone's doing something different. And there's a lot of tracks, and it sounds really cool. It sounds huge and spacious but very intimate as a result.
This only applies to my personal copy of this, but the sound on this is actually great for how old this cassette is. The only time I noticed a little bit of warping was like at the beginning of Free Fallin', and that's it. So
yeah,
I don't know. Do you think that makes cassettes endearing or annoying?
Endearing when it's like this, annoying if it's a lot.
I should show you my copy of Judas Priest Sin After Sin. At the end of one of the tracks, it becomes almost vaporwave Rob Halford. So I don't know, it's annoying, but I was also like, this kind of rules, actually.
Yeah. Well, that's kind of what vaporwave was kind of made about, adding that, you know, weird tape effects to elevator music, basically. Yeah.
We need to do a vaporwave album next season.
I
fucking love vaporwave.
Yeah. But yeah,
in fact, we should vaporwave Paul Di'Anno's album, because I think it would be a perfect candidate for it.
It would. I liked that little like crunchy guitar at the end where it dun 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 dun, and then like the vocal harmonies all come back in. That's great. But yeah, this is great. This was my favorite Tom Petty's song when I first started getting into him because it was the first song that I heard. It's not my all-time favorite anymore. I think my all-time favorite is probably Even the Losers off of Damn the Torpedoes. But like, this is great song. It hits me in the nostalgia, but it still like holds up, and I still notice little things about it on different listens. Yeah.
So Tom Petty said after the label initially rejected the song like idiots, and told him, he said what he did was he waited 6 months and then took the same song back to him, and they loved it.
The difference between like late 1988 and early 1989, I guess. Yeah.
He's like, I just waited 6 months and brought it back to him.
That's fucking great. All right, any more thoughts on Free Fallin'? On Free Ballin'? Ball so hard.
Free balling. I wish you wouldn't do it in front of us, Steve.
Yeah.
Are you ready, Sean?
Are you ready?
Did I peak it?
No.
I think I've already blown my voice out today, so as you can kind of tell, I sound a little rougher.
Yeah.
All right, next one. Probably my favorite Tom Petty song. I Won't Back Down. We'll tie this back in with my dad because this song just reminds me of him so much. Like he was the kind of person that did not like injustice. When he was a welder for a trailer company, he joined the union. Or he not only joined the union, but he became a union representative. So he would fight with the suits on people's behalf and that kind of stuff. And that really bled into a lot more of his life. I remember one time he got me out of some credit card debt by pretending he didn't know where I was, and just basically just said, "Look, I don't know where Steve is right now, but I'll give you this amount to write it off," and they took it. So in a lot of ways, he was just kind of like my he could have been a lawyer, I think, in another lifetime.
Yeah.
And I don't know, that attitude. Yeah, it just really reminds me of him, and that's why I'm putting together a tribute release for him that I'll probably put out probably later down the line because I'm getting musicians together for that one. And I'm covering this song for it, so
it's just a great song to listen to when you're mad too.
Yeah. Well, again, like anytime I'm dealing with like a sense of injustice or something, this song just reminds me of that. Like union leaders and stuff like that.
And like there ain't no easy way out. It's like there's no easy way out, so you just fight through it.
Yeah.
You don't back down.
This is definitely my favorite Tom Petty song as well. I guess I'm reading it was about he wrote it because someone tried to set fire to his house while he was eating breakfast.
Oh God.
And he's just like, the incident, it scared the shit out of me, so.
Yeah, I think I also remember him saying that he was worried about how personal it was when he put it out, which I can't picture like listening to the lyrics because like nothing like bitter or anything comes through on that one. Really, it's really an aspirational song, I think.
If I had to guess, he's probably writing it because they tried to wipe him out, and he's like, "Fuck you, motherfucker!
Yeah,
you won't back down."
Yeah.
Great.
This is definitely a "fuck you, I lived" song.
Yeah.
Stand me up at the gates of hell, but I won't back down.
Great choice of a song for Johnny Cash to cover. Honestly,
I love his version too.
Yeah. And like I love like with the previous song, I love the layered vocal harmonies. They're so good. Like they're a bit slicker in like Heartbreakers used vocal harmonies too, but these are like a bit slicker and like both in the delivery and the production side. They add a lot to it. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, the next one, "Love is a Long Road." Good song, not great song.
Yeah, this is the one that I said was just okay.
Yeah, but I get it, but you're also coming off of two fantastic songs. So
Yeah.
That's fair. Yeah.
It's like it's hard to come off those two high points, and then you're like, oh, okay, this song's going down a little bit. But I still think it's a good song. It's like you said, just not a great song.
Yeah. Sounds a little more like arena rock than the last two too.
And I can't help but say the long and winding road.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not timeless. You know, it sounds like it came out in 1989. The others sound like they could have come out in any year since the invention of the electric guitar. But
Yeah, exactly. Couldn't put it better myself. And then that leads to the more underrated track, A Face in the Crowd. I really like the vibe of this one. I think like I keep saying a goth band, but I could picture like a goth band or something covering this song.
yeah, it was like it was like a ballad, but not in a boring way.
Yeah.
It was definitely it was more Bob Dylan song.
Yeah.
I think we were saying during.
Yeah.
I remember on a recent Behind the Bastards episode, Robert said something like nobody likes ballads. I'm like, well, I'm just picky about ballads. Like, I like them when they're done good.
I don't like it when half an album is ballads.
Oh, yeah.
We're looking at you, the '80s.
Yeah. But yeah, no, this is the one that I called the underrated song. Although, like, Sean, when you said it was Dylan-esque while we were listening to it, I started singing I Won't Back Down as Bob Dylan.
Yeah, that was pretty good, though.
Hey, baby, ain't no easy way out.
We're doing, like, blonde on blonde Dylan there.
Yeah. I could do, like, really late era Dylan. Hey, baby, ain't no easy way out.
I think the picking on the guitar on this song, I think really stood out. I think that's what makes it just a notch better than normal.
I also liked it how sometimes when you expected the vocal melody to zig, it zagged.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was I think it was my favorite non-hit song.
Yeah.
Which there's only two.
Yeah. Of the two songs that aren't iconic monster hits, this was the better one.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was the underrated gem.
And like you said, kind of like Dylan, like Tom Petty in a lot of ways reminds me of like if Bob Dylan could actually sing.
Yeah.
Well, didn't he toured with Dylan for a while?
Dylan was in the Traveling Wilburys, and
Yeah.
like his voice does have a few of the quirks of Dylan's. He just controls it better.
Yeah. Well, Dylan's always been very nasally.
Yeah.
And so is Petty. Petty's he has some nasal-esque things.
Yeah.
I want to swing back to I Won't Back Down real quick because I wanted to talk about the Sam Smith controversy.
Oh yeah.
So in 2015, a pop artist named Sam Smith released a song that had basically the same vocal melody. I should have played it for you guys before we started on here.
Baby.
You know what? We'll circle back to that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I know that guy. He did he had the song with at the body shop doing Unholy.
Yeah.
That was the song.
Remind me
With
at the
Kim Petras?
Yeah, Kim Petras.
Remind me at the end to side B to play you that one. But okay, and then the last one, Running Down a Dream. Just one of the coolest rock songs like ever. Like the guitar riff on that one is just it's the epitome of cool in my opinion.
And I liked
driving song.
Yeah.
I also liked how the acoustic guitar really only came in after delivering a line from from the chorus. In a dream never would come to me. Yeah.
Yeah, it really works with dynamics, which I think makes it a more powerful song.
Yeah.
And that steady beat that the drummer has on it, where it's like,
Yeah.
makes it.
And the drummer on this one, I think he's simple, but like a lot like Ringo. He's just the backbone of it. You know?
Yeah.
I also,
on my cover of I Won't Back Down, I thought about like jazzing up the drums. It just doesn't work.
no. One thing I liked too is like in the verse, I liked like the little like subtle, like there'd be like a single like slide guitar note after delivering like a line delivering a line of lyrics, and then there'd be like a little bit of like an echo effect on his voice at the end of the line. That like those two effects, just like the slide guitar with the vocal echoes, just sounded really cool together.
Yeah. I agree.
Guitar solo at the end ripped. I liked the 80s synth pads. They added like a lot of texture, especially near the end.
Yeah. All right, so yeah, that was side one. We will definitely talk about this more once we listen to the side, but since you and me listened to this album a week or two ago, and we noted that this side, I think, is the most heartbreakers this album is. And
when I came over,
or was it the other way around?
No, I came over on Sunday. We were listening.
I'm talking about Dave. Dave came over.
Yeah.
The next side doesn't have quite as many like recognizable songs like that you'd see in like a greatest hits collection or whatever. And I think this is the side where they experimented a little bit more.
Yeah. This one, like, I think, yeah, the other side justifies it more as a solo record. Like, the first side could have been, like, those could be Heartbreakers songs. The other side, you kind of see, oh, okay, this is why this is something different.
Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, so we got Feel a Whole Lot Better. You're so bad.
You probably think this song is about you.
You're so bad.
Depending on you.
Yeah.
That's the song, Depending on you.
You're So Bad was actually the 5th single from this album.
The Apartment song. I can't see through the tape here.
All Right for Now.
All Right for Now. A Mind with a Heart of Its Own, and Zombie Zoo.
A Face in the Crowd was also a single.
Oh,
Yeah.
was it? Huh.
Yeah, it was the 4th single. So, You're So Bad is the last single that was released on this.
Five singles off this album.
Five singles off this record, yeah.
Yeah.
It's
I
just,
don't know if it did as good as the other ones.
yeah. It's just 3 of them became huge monster hits.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm trying to see where it peaked just out of curiosity.
It is funny. Oh, I don't hear any singles on this. It had 5 singles.
Oh, it peaked at number 5, so it actually peaked higher than I Won't Back Down.
It just didn't have the longevity, I guess.
Because I think I Won't Back Down peaked at 14.
Oh, and we listened to the Jokey track off of YouTube. What'd you guys think of the Jokey track?
It was fine. It is a good thing to have on the CD, but it, yeah, it was funny.
I would have been really annoyed if I got an original copy of the CD because they didn't put it at the end of Running Down a Dream. They put it at the beginning of Feel a Whole Lot Better, so you can just choose to skip it.
So, which means you also can't put You Feel a Whole Lot Better on like a mix CD.
Yeah. Not without getting like Audacity out or whatever.
Yeah.
That would suck.
Yeah. So, I don't know. It's funny, but whoever decided to put it at the beginning of that track, I think might be in league with Satan.
And
I mean, it still would suck at the end of Running Down a Dream, though.
Probably you press next.
Yeah. But I liked the random animal noises. I liked what I thought was a sample from a movie, but you said it was a bandmate fucking around.
Yeah.
It said it like making cow sounds or something like that.
Yeah. It was funny. I'm glad it exists. Not essential. Yeah.
Yeah, background of barnyard noises credited to Del Shannon. So yeah, just his bandmate fucking around. All right, let's throw on side 2.
He is side 2. Thank you. And for I Won't Back Down is very, very like
well, let's
usual.
Open up with that. Like like the Sam Smith song "Stay With Me." They say Tom Petty sued him over that. I personally don't think it was Tom Petty because there was an interview where he said, you know, I've been in the music studio enough to know that things like this happen, and you know, a lot of times you catch it before it gets out, but this one got out, so I'm understanding of it. Then he said we came to an agreement, so Tom Petty got songwriting credits for that song. But since they didn't sue the Red Hot Chili Peppers over the same thing, basically, I don't think the lawsuit came from Petty. I think it came from his label.
Yeah, probably.
That's my theory.
What song did was it that the Red Hot Chili Peppers?
Let's see, the it was Mary Jane's Last Dance sounded like. Wait, which song did that sound like? I can hear it in my head.
Oh, I like pleasure spiked with pain, and music is my aeroplane. It's my aeroplane.
Yeah, I'm not
that song.
I'm not very familiar with the Chili Peppers, so.
Yeah. I think that's the song. You can bleep all that out
But yeah,
because I'm sad that I knew that.
But yeah, Sam Smith, very different musical territory. He says he never heard it. His team claims they never heard it, which I don't believe that. I can't believe a producer had never heard that song. But I mean, he is really young, so
Yeah. Oh, it's Danny California that that allegedly ripped off Mary Jane's Last Dance.
Oh,
it does sound really similar from what I heard. But
I don't know. Like, I don't remember that song.
Yeah, Petty didn't sue, so yeah.
yeah, but
But to me, that little bit, that's so like buried. How the fuck did they find it? Like the chords for E minor, D, and G, E minor, D, G, E minor, D, and C.
yeah, it's
Very common chords.
Yeah, it's like almost all songs have a fucking E minor.
yeah. So yeah,
Because it's easy to fit with things and easy to
Yeah.
play.
I saw a Reddit post when I was kind of reading into it. I saw a Reddit post that said somebody's like, "Hey, I noticed that Sam Smith's 'Stay With Me' sounds kind of like 'Won't Back Down.' Does anybody else hear that?" And then the first comment said, "Tom Petty heard it." All right, so we're back from side B of Full Moon Fever.
Well, just for the record, though, "Stay With Me" sucks. Anyway,
Yeah, it's not my style of music.
Yeah, no.
yeah,
The breathy piano ballad era. Yeah.
I suppose it's good for what it is, not my kind of music.
we
Yeah.
listened to it for 30 seconds and I almost fell asleep.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, so we're back from side B of Full Moon Fever. What'd you guys think?
I got a fever.
It was pretty good. I think I liked the first side a little more, but I do think there was like some hidden gems. And then there weren't any bad songs, but there were a couple songs that it was just kind of like, oh, all right, this is here. But yeah.
Yeah.
Well, me and Dave were debating on which Beatles song the first song on the side sounded like.
Yeah, and that was just a cover. I wouldn't have opened with the cover. I think it would have been fine near the middle or the end of the side. But
Yeah, I think You're So Bad would have been a way better opener than that.
yeah,
Yeah, that was a better song.
You're So Bad was my most enjoyable song of this listen through because, like I've heard the three big monster hits so many times that this is the song that really stands out to me. So
Yeah, I really like that song,
Yeah.
actually.
I think my standout on this one is the Apartment song.
that one was good too.
That's a fun song.
Those were
really fun.
Those were my two favorites on this side, honestly.
Well, and I'll talk about it more when we get to it, but I found the lyrics of the Apartment song to be really relatable because I'm a person that likes to spend a lot of time alone. So the line where it's like, I feel okay most of the time, but I just feel a little lonely tonight is something that happens to me a lot.
Yeah.
But comparatively between sides, I would say they're both distinctively different. Like the first side is almost like these could have been Heartbreaker songs, and the second side to me was more like these could have been Wilbury songs.
Oh, I have something.
Oh,
on
yeah.
that, by the way, we'll get to it when we
Okay.
go song by song. But
Yeah.
I have something on that.
Yeah. But yeah, like I don't think it was as strong as a side, but like there wasn't a song I disliked.
Yeah, nothing on
Yeah.
this I would skip if I was listening on a compact disc.
Yeah. This would be a straight through no skips album. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with that. It's a good time. Like even the weaker songs, I hate to say the weaker songs are still enjoyable. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
At worst, there's like, I don't know, 3 or 4 songs on the whole album that are fine. Which is all right.
honestly,
Yeah.
Yeah, honestly, the cover is probably the one that I thought was the weakest.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
He probably could have cut the cover and been good.
Yeah, And that's the first one on the side. So yeah, let's talk about that. It's a bird song, right?
Yeah, the birds.
Yeah.
Go birds.
It's
bird is
for
the
the
word.
birds. Bird, 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 reservoir, ba, 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 bird.
Yeah, it was like a good rock and roll song. To me, it sounded like "Here Comes the Sun."
And I said it sounded like "If I Need Someone," which ironically are both George Harrison songs.
And Tom Petty was working a lot with George Harrison at this point.
yeah.
So yeah,
I wouldn't be surprised if George Harrison suggested it to him.
yeah. No, there's just several times throughout it where I just kind of sang "Little Darling."
And I was like, if I needed someone to love, you're the one I would thinking of. Anyways, sorry.
Yeah, it did. This one was, out of all of them, was the one that didn't sound like a Tom Petty song the most to me.
You know what I think it was is I can tell the song started with a 12-string Rickenbacker.
Yeah.
And that was what the Byrds played all the fucking time, and George Harrison played in early Beatles songs.
Yeah,
And it sounded like an American Beatles song, basically.
I think it would have been better in the middle of the side rather than
The
kicking
side
it off.
opener.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have made that choice either.
Like I said, probably could have been left off, but they probably needed a song for to fill in space.
Yeah.
You know?
It was fine.
It was fine.
Yeah.
Next one, You're So Bad.
Highlight of the side for me. Highlight of the whole album on this listen through since I've heard the 3 monster hits so many times.
Actually, so here it is. This side sounded like Traveling Wildebeest is
Yeah.
Wildeberries.
Wildeberries,
Sorry,
yeah.
Wildeberry side.
The Wild Thornberries.
Yeah.
The Wild Thornberry. He actually wrote. This was the first song he wrote with Jeff Lynne. Of the Traveling Wildeberry. So that's why it sounds so Wildeberry-esque. Wildeberry.
Nice. I liked how...
Somebody will be annoying in the comments about
Wildeberry.
it. I have to correct you.
Well, you know what?
I mean, nobody leaves us comments.
no one
yet.
comments.
But someday.
Wildeberry my fucking nuts.
Yeah, I liked... One thing that I really liked about it was his vocal delivery. I like how, going into the chorus, he would slide from, a snarl to, a sweet kind of Dylan-esque melody.
Yeah.
Just... on the flip of a dime. It was
a good song.
Yeah.
Really good song.
For some reason, I really like the way he delivers. My sister's ex-husband can't get no lovin'.
Yeah. That's so great. Yeah. I have a sister with an ex-husband. Yep.
I have a sister with several ex-husbands.
I also like that it's a song about how his sister married a yuppie and stole all his money. So
Yeah, that's great. I liked I liked the acoustic guitar at the beginning. I liked the vaguely country vibe to it.
yeah. I think this probably should have been the side opener, and maybe it was until the label went, "Let's put a cover right here."
Yeah.
I don't know.
This album
I'm just
sucks.
speculating.
There's
no hits on this one, guys.
At this point in my life, this is the song off this album I am most likely to put on a mix.
All right, next one. Depending on You.
I depend on you.
This one was just okay to me.
There were some things I liked about it. I liked how the chorus really built up because at first it sounded like a singer-songwriter song just with the full band, and then it just layered a bunch of stuff on the chorus, and it sounded like Huge and Soaring. I liked the guitar solo. All the guitar solos on this record are great.
Actually, this song sounded a lot like Waiting is the hardest part to me.
Yeah, it did. I liked the I thought the organ had a nice little counter melody at the end, especially.
Oh yeah, that was
Yeah.
interesting.
That it was a decent song. It just wasn't,
Yeah, kind of like Love is a Long Road on the first side. That's kind of how I feel about this one.
Yeah, I liked it more
Glad
than Love
it's
is a Long
there.
Road, but yeah.
Just not essential.
Yeah.
Next one, the Apartment song. Like I said before, I kind of relate to the lyrics on this one.
High energy folk rock, almost like Peter Gabriel's first album. Yeah. Great song, yeah. Boogie Woogie.
Yeah, I like this one a lot too. Like Steve said, it was probably between You're So Bad and this song, this is probably my two favorites on this side.
I love the huge drum sound on the bridge too.
And it does kind of remind me of when I first moved out into my own apartment. I remember the first night I laid my head down, closed my eyes, and then I could hear the people below me fucking.
Yeah. I liked the honky tonk piano on the fade out and wish that they had had waited a little longer on the fade out, so I could have heard a little more of it.
Yeah, I like the break. You were talking about the breakdown too. That was fun.
All right, next one. All right for now.
It was all right for now.
For now.
In most universes, I don't think I would like that style of song, but I like Tom Petty doing
Yeah,
it.
this song made this album break my no more than one ballad rule, but at least it was short. It was like a 2-minute song.
Yeah.
and it was sweet, and it was on a different side with a lot of songs in between it.
I would say it was more of a lullaby than a ballad.
Yeah.
It was pretty. I always like it when a song like this has like a title that implies that it won't be all right later.
Yeah.
It's like, all right for now. like when it's like when a song that could be a "we're gonna make it" song is we're only making it for now and we won't make it later. Like that's always, I like the contrast there, a little bit bittersweet thing, but it was, all right.
Yeah.
It was
a good lullaby.
For now.
I think I liked it a lot when I was a kid.
Yeah.
Next one, A Mind with a Heart of Its Own.
It was a nice. Oh, go ahead.
I will say this is probably the most forgettable song.
Yeah, I was gonna say it was like a nice shot of energy after "All Right for Now," but it was like the least remarkable song on the record, I think.
Yeah. I'm like, I don't remember what this one sounded like.
Yeah. It was a great way to keep the energy up, but it felt like almost that was like its entire purpose was where it sat on the album, not as a song of its own.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I said it was a nice driving song because I remember it being a little bit faster paced.
Yeah, kind of old school rock and roll. I think it would fit in with the Wilburys.
Yeah.
And then last one, I think, is a great album closer.
Yeah,
Zombie Zoo.
It was fun.
This one was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
The beginning sounded like the kind of song that they would commission for like a horror, like an 80s horror comedy.
Yeah.
Like a Ghostbusters or a Monster Squad type of thing.
I can see kids in the early 90s like putting this on at like, I don't know, I never went to school events, but like prom.
Yeah.
Or like the Halloween dance.
Yeah.
I liked it how the synths kind of sounded like the synths do on an 80s Alice Cooper song. I thought that was pretty cool. I liked though like how the rest of the song sounded kind of like the Halloween rockabilly style song, just with like 80s production values.
I also really like the line, sometimes you're so impulsive you shaved off all your hair like you look like sometimes you're so impulsive you shaved off all your hair you look like Boris Karloff. You look like Oh my god. You look like Boris Karloff and you don't even care.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the funny line.
That one was really funny. I also liked how in the backing vocals there's like the Monster Mash style la-las.
Yeah, and Roy Orbison is on this one, and it seems fitting for Roy Orbison.
Yeah. I mean, it's a little gimmicky as a song, but it's a really fun gimmick and like a really good album closer.
I would probably put this on like a Halloween mix.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I guess the backing vocals on this was done with a group called the Trembling Blenders. I don't know who that is.
It's probably the Traveling Wilburys.
Yeah, and I think you can honestly tell that he didn't record that song to be very serious at all.
No, it was fun. It was a lot of fun.
If you have a song called Zombie Zoo, who no one's gonna take that fucking serious.
Yeah,
he's like, this is never gonna be a single.
Well, that kind of sums up this album. I mean, I think it's basically Tom Petty and a bunch of his friends having fun.
Yeah.
And honestly, that's one of the best origin stories for an album I've ever heard.
Well, and the fact that it's Tom Petty and his friends having fun, 3 iconic monster songs, like another 3 just like hidden classics, and then everything else is at the very least a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing is like when you got songs like I Won't Back Down, Free Falling, and Running Down a Dream, like everything else is going to seem a little bit lower quality.
Yeah.
But I mean,
yeah. Although apartment song, You're So Bad, and Face in a Crowd did, those were all really great songs too. So
yeah. I'm not discounting those songs, but it's just kind of like, it's kind of funny that it's something that would on a lesser album would be standouts. Is kind of what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like any of the songs that weren't singles probably would have been like huge on another album.
Yeah. Like, I'm glad this album did come out, too, because I'm glad his career didn't just languish.
Yeah, as far as I'm aware, it was pretty much thriving right around the time he passed, so.
Yeah. I also liked learning around the time he passed just, like, how many people in, like, the local punk and metal scene were just like, oh, Tom Petty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
So, yeah.
Speaking of suing, wasn't the Killer song, people... Didn't they say that song sounded a lot like American Girl?
Which one?
Are you gonna be my...
Jet?
Jet.
Yeah,
that was it.
the one that I've always heard that one was ripping off was Lust for Life.
Yeah, I heard that one too.
Yeah.
But, I mean, it's... The beat is like a Bo Diddley beat, like
Yeah.
But anyway, sorry.
Yeah.
I just remembered that one as well.
Well, all right, that was Tom Petty's quotations solo album. I think they probably could have slapped "and the Heartbreakers" on it, and people probably would. People that aren't us probably wouldn't have noticed the difference too much, like casual listeners wouldn't have.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, they put the songs from this into their set lists. So.
Yeah. It's less gritty than a Heartbreakers album, but not by a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And leading up to this, I listened to the first four up to "Damn the Torpedoes," and yeah, I mean, especially on the first three, it had more of a chunky bluesy vibe to it, and this one, I think, I'd say was more. I don't want to say pop oriented.
Commercial.
Yeah.
It was like
I don't even know if I'd say commercialized.
Yeah.
there were parts that did remind me of like the like Peter Gabriel, like that first record of his that was like high tempo folk pop. But yeah.
The biggest difference I noticed is the drummer was the vibes are very different between drummers. Where Stan is a heavy hitter on the Heartbreakers albums, the guy on this record was just very efficient.
Yeah.
I guess if you're kind of not vibing with one guy, that's a way to make an album. Just cut everyone else out. Cut him out and then include everyone else.
And I think that's what it is. It might have been more the producer than Tom Petty, because the producer just didn't like the Heartbreakers drummer. But I think Tom Petty and him also butted heads. And from the interviews, it didn't even seem like they disliked each other. I think they just disliked working with each other. Stan went on to produce a number of big hits with Don Henley from the Eagles, right?
Mm-hmm.
And God bless him. He ended up playing in Mike Campbell's current band, Dirty Knobs, as a fill-in for a couple shows. So I think all is well there. And he said he would perform with the Heartbreakers on a different occasion. So,
did he leave the Heartbreakers after this?
He
Eventually?
He stayed with them until '94, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, he said he didn't like playing the songs from this record.
I bet by '94, I bet they were only playing the three big monster hits, though. I don't know.
I think I would have put up with it.
I would have too.
Yeah. Well, I mean, what song? Like, when was Petty's second solo album?
Good question. Let's look.
Because it's almost like instead of doing like calling it a solo album, just fire the guy that you didn't want and just keep Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers.
From what I understand, Tom Petty didn't like confrontations, so this was basically just him putting it off.
I still love it that they recorded Mary Jane's Last Dance for the Greatest Hits album, and it became one of their biggest hits.
It's a great song.
Yeah, but that's so risky to record a new song for a Greatest Hits album, to present it like it's already a hit, and then to have it actually take off. Yeah.
I think it's funny in the
I admire it. Yeah, the chutzpah of that.
I think it's funny in the "I Won't Back Down" video. It starts with Tom Petty with a box, and he opens it, and it's a guitar player.
Mm-hmm.
And like, if I thought Tom Petty was more of an asshole, I would say that was really analogous of him. With the Heartbreakers. Oh, they're in my little box.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, probably one of the first albums I remember, like, from my childhood. I was kind of a late bloomer with music. I didn't really get into music proper until I was like 14, and I think it was like Linkin Park that got me into it. And it's weird. I've tried to revisit Linkin Park, and I can't stand them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember liking them in high school, not being really able to stick with them into the second album, and then looking back, it's like, oh, this wasn't my thing, and I think I just needed to find something different. Yeah.
Well, when I was a teenager, the lyrics really connected with me, but as an adult, it's just not at all.
No.
And then, of course, I listened to like Disturbed and Godsmack, and then I discovered Metallica, and everything before that I was kind of like, eh. So
I remember
there was a point in time where, because I knew at that point I liked my dad's music, I just didn't think it counted because it was his music, and there was eventually a point where I'm like, well, no, it's my music too now. So once I got over that, then I realized in retrospect I liked a whole bunch of bands.
my parents were mainly into like folk rock and soul, so like Dylan, Simon and Garfunkel, then like the Temptations and the Supremes and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And so it's like that's all music that I like and that I really came to appreciate after I was done trying to find my own stuff. But like my own stuff ended up being more like when I was hanging out with my cousin and he put on the rock station. I remember like not really jiving quite as much with like the Disturbed and the Godsmack, but then like when the Offspring would start playing, it'd be like, oh hey, I like this. And so it's kind of how I fell into punk, like when like the hard rock station would play like the Offspring and Green Day, being like, I like how this is different from everything else, and then diving into that.
I'll say this about my dad. He hated punk music, but he told me that like he'd go to punk shows, just to go out. So I think that he probably saw a lot of your like favorite bands and just hated them.
Yeah. What's funny is like the first punk band I was ever aware of, even before I heard them, was The Damned, because when I was a kid standing in line for Phantom Menace tickets, there were some people right ahead of me who are basically like me now, and they were talking about music, and they're like talking about The Damned, and I was like, this sounds interesting, I'm going to put a pin in this, and eventually I did, and I found them, and they kick ass.
I will say this, there is one punk band my dad did like.
The Ramones?
No, the Shitiots.
That's funny.
To those out there, that's kind of a local, or would you call them a regional band at this point? They're a local band to us.
I'd say local.
Local, yeah.
Megaton played with a lot. Like, we shared bass players for like 2 seconds. And I don't know, the metal scene did not like Megaton, but the punk scene did. So I like to joke that we were like Omaha's Corrosion of Conformity.
Yeah.
Well, like speaking of like parents' likes and dislikes, my dad was like he introduced me to like Queen and Creedence Clearwater Revival, even though he hated the song Susie Q, because when it came out, because of our last name, people would call him Susie Q.
Oh, no.
So he fucking hated that song, but he liked Creedence Clearwater Revival. But then he liked other shit that I couldn't get behind, which is like Gloria Estefan. I'm like, what the fuck, Dad? Know the rhythm of the night. But like I remember one of the first like tapes I stole from him was Doors' Greatest Hits album, and like I remember listening to the shit out of it, and then like buying a bunch of Doors albums and stuff like that.
My mom would always tell me that my dad was stuck in the 70s, but once in a while he would latch onto something like off the wall. Like he liked Amy Winehouse a lot.
Hey, she was a good singer. She was a great singer.
Yeah.
Amazing pipes. It's really too bad she died so young.
Yeah, she was incredibly talented, and that's really one of the more tragic pop star stories or rock star stories, or however you want to frame her.
She was chained to the rhythm of the night.
In the jazz era, she would have been on fire, I think.
Yeah. Well, what's interesting about her too is she would like perform with the Specials sometimes and sing special songs. So ska singer? I don't know. Yeah.
You know, I will admit I didn't even hear of her until she died. Like, I never heard.
Her career was so short that
That
makes a lot of sense. Yeah.
She's in the 27 Club.
Yeah. She's like the last prominent member of the 27 Club that I can think of. Because I can't think of a musician after her that died at 27. Or at least a prominent one.
And then one more story about the funeral is Sandy's brother-in-law came up to me and said that I don't know how he found out, but Sandy probably told him I had a podcast, and he asked me about like punk bands, and we had a nice conversation about the Brian Carroll band.
Or the Jim Carroll band?
Sorry, the Jim Carroll band. But yeah, he talked about how much he liked Catholic Boy, and I was like, oh man, it's too bad that you live in Minnesota, because you and Dave would probably have a great conversation.
We're in Minnesota.
Right in Minneapolis.
Hey, maybe we can visit him when we
It's
go.
only 5 hours away.
He told me about a collaboration that Henry Rollins did with William Shatner, and I thought it was the
You
one.
can't get behind that?
Yeah, but he said he did a Christmas song with him too.
Nice.
I should probably check out.
You know, there's a whole series of books that were supposedly written by William Shatner.
Tech War?
Tech War.
Yeah.
And, like, I think they were actually, like, ghost written by somebody else.
Almost certainly.
Yeah.
But they just slapped William Shatner's name on it.
I've never read him, but somebody told me that he wrote some Star Trek books, and like his solution to defeating the Borg was just basically turning them off with a big off switch.
And then he also did have, I would love to get a hold of it. He did release an album of, like, covers. And he did, like...
he did Iron Man on that one, I think.
I think he did Iron Man. He also did Space Odyssey by Bowie.
Yeah.
And he's like, ground control to Major Tom.
I unironically like his Has Been album.
Oh, Has Been is a great album.
In fact, we're going to do that on this podcast.
Yeah.
His version of Common People, I think, is even more biting than the original.
Yeah. And I do like that. I can't get behind that song with Henry Rollins and Adrian Belew on guitar.
Yeah.
King Crimson's Adrian Belew.
Well, all right. So, yeah, that was Tom Petty. Rest in peace, Dad. You gave me a lot.
I would pour one out, but we're inside your house.
I wouldn't be a musician without him.
I already pissed on the floor, so, I mean, go ahead. In all sincerity, your dad was a great guy, and I could tell he really supported you, like, just from the few interactions I had with him. So he was a great guy.
He was a great guy. He introduced you to a lot of great music, and he really positively affected a lot of people. So it, like, the world is worse off without him.
My dad, one of the people that got religious and actually, like, you know, read the book and became a better guy. Even it usually doesn't go that way. Usually, when somebody becomes a Christian, they tend to use it as a weapon rather than armor.
Yeah.
To steal a phrase from Rush.
Yeah. I hope your family. I hope his memories bring you more joy than pain.
I think so.
Yeah.
I said during the eulogy that, you know, as sad as I get sometimes, I mean, sometimes I'll just stop and laugh about something silly I remember about him. So, you know, I don't think death is the end. So,
yeah,
I think he's just moved on. And one of my friends said that her sister had a kid on the same day, so that's probably my dad. And good luck with that.
there's like an old Irish funeral prayer that says, "I am not gone. I am just in another room."
Yeah. That's exactly how I see it. So
yeah, I mean, like, if my dad was reincarnated, I'm pretty sure he'd come up, smack me, and say, "What the fuck is wrong with you?"
Yeah.
So, I mean, that was his baseline with me.
All right, so next week we're gonna do Kraftwerk Autobahn, another one that for in his memory, and then we're gonna wrap up the season with the best of bread. So
the breast of red.
None of us
it's
know
about a bird.
None of us know what it sounds like, so we have no idea if we're gonna hate it or not.
I've purposely not listened to anything bread related.
I'm sure there will be one song that
we will probably recognize at least one song.
Yeah, I'm sure I've heard something when flipping around the radio while driving through rural Kansas to help a friend move.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, even though it was my album, someone gave it to me and I never listened to it.
You know, what's funny is I was flipping through his collection, and I haven't brought it home yet, but I will soon. And he has 2 copies of Frampton Comes Alive.
I have a copy of Frampton Comes Alive.
Isn't the joke that it just shows up in people's collections? So I guess he somehow got my copy.
Well, they said it used to come with free with boxes of Tide. That was it.
All right, if you want to check out our music, we're in a band called the Alliterates. Probably won't be out by the time this airs, but we're going to be on a compilation, and we're recording a kick-ass version of our song House Came Crashing Down. And we're also on a Christmas compilation.
Where we cover John Cale's Child's Christmas in Wales.
Yeah, and then we got a live
you guys
release.
did a really good job with that.
Thank you. You're on it.
Sure I am.
Your electric guitar comes through a lot better than the acoustic. And then, of course, previously released material. You can find that on my website. Just stay tuned until after the theme song. And,
Catch you on the flip side.
Flippity floppity.
Side 1, Side B is a Floof Goof Studios production. Please check out the description for more information about the guests and the album reviewed. You can find us on Bluesky under the names Kill Rock Music, that's KILRAVOCK, and Dave under Beastmaster General. You can find us on Instagram under Kill Rock Music SWS and Dave_Diction. And you can also find our regular contributor Sean under the name Boozer Slug. You can find Steve and Sean on Threads with the same usernames as Instagram. Check out our post-punk band, The Alliterates, our experimental group Lucid Fugue, and Steve's solo project Kill Rock on most major streaming platforms. You can visit Steve's website, killrockmusic.com, for easy access. That's KILRAVOCK music.com. And if you want to check out Dave's past band, Gong Farmer, and their album Pop Dada, you can do so on Bandcamp. Thanks.
Everyone we worked with is dead.
Really rip.
I need to change my pants.
Check.
Leonard Bernstein!
I hate it so much I skipped the whole Destroyer.
Allow me to play you out.
Dirty Dave just pooped his pants.
Yes, indeed.
Perfect hooker murdering song.
Kick out the jazz, motherfucker! Are you ready?
Steve's got some cheese.
Get my podcast voice ready to go.
Jaw Wobble. What a name.
I'm Ivan Moody, and I'm having a psychotic break.
Testicles. That is a fun fact.
And there's a jazz hole.
What do you mean the song is called Sweet Pea?
Now that we're done with Steve's Rorschach test, let's talk about the album.
For fuck's sake.
That's not very Vivian of you guys. It's a professional operation over here.
This is Fantasia for people who had to repeat the 9th grade.
Heavy metal.
Yeah, hands off, Britain. We'll dump it in the sea again.
Shove it.
I love California.
Cunt.
I.
All aboard!
All right.
You're the beer thief.
Collage of noise.
I'm free!
Dun dun dun.
Free falling!